Hello and welcome to my brand new Football Manager 2019 save, and we are in the French 3rd Division, which I believe, it's called the Championnat de France Nationale. My French pronunciations will be terrible, much like my English pronunciations for a lot of words, so expect me to balls up lots and lots of names in this. We will be in charge of USL Dunkerque, a team that I picked kind of at random. I just looked at some of the teams in that league and went, you know what, they'll do. So there were a few teams that kind of popped up. Laval were a team, Le Mans were also a team. Basically, anyone who kind of had a slightly different colour kit. And then I went, you know what, let's go with the team that wear blue and white. One of the reasons why I did pick Union Sportive Littoral Dunkerque, probably never call them that ever again, is because since 1997 at the very least, they haven't been higher than their current league that they are in. They've been in this league since 2012-2013 season. They haven't got any higher. I'm hoping I'm going to be the one to do that. Now, if you've watched my previous saves, you'll know that I've managed to get one team promoted and I've been sacked from 2 other teams. So it's not the best start. I'm not really the best appointment for this job. Now, one of the reasons why we are managing in France. Firstly, I haven't done a French save ever. I've never been in charge of a French team as far as I can remember. If I was, I wasn't there for very long, and this is going back sort of 15 years of me playing Football Manager. Secondly, this little section here, nations treated as EU. You've got all the normal ones, the European Union, obviously, the European Fair Trade Association, which includes Norway and a few other people. Oceania. So Australia counts. I believe Australia counts. Does it? No, it doesn't, because Australia is part of Asia in this game. So everyone in Oceania counts as EU apart from New Zealand. So we can get players from the Solomon Islands, New Caledonia, Tahiti, Vanuatu, Fiji, things like that. Obviously, there's not a huge amount of footballers that have come from those nations that have gone, those are the types of players that I want to sign. However, the way I play Football Manager is I like to sign regens. I like to sign prospects that I can build and develop into my own. So having the option to buy people from Fiji and not them needing to not actually get a work permit sounds like ideal to me. But without a doubt, the biggest one for me is all African, Caribbean and Pacific group of states. They are counted as EU. I buy a lot of African footballers, so this is all of these. Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize. You can read the list, you can see them all there, but it's basically all the nations that I like to buy players from. I don't believe the United States are on here, which kind of makes sense because they're none of those. That is obviously one nation. They do always produce really good footballers, and unfortunately they are going to need work permits. But I mean, we've got some options here. We can find the best footballer from Rwanda and we can turn them into world beaters. That's the plan. So this is going to be a huge save. It's going to take me probably up until FM 2020 comes out, unless I get sacked early, which is highly possible. Now, as you've probably noticed, this is not episode 1, this is episode 0, so this is just an introduction to the save. Next episode will be episode 1 proper. We're going to be probably at the start of the season. We're going to go all the way through pre-season without you because I feel like you don't really need to do it. There's going to be a bit of a change to this save for me. Normally, what I would do, if we have a look at the fixtures, normally what I would do is I would say, right, first episode will be those 2 matches. Second episode will be those 2 matches, for example. What I'm going to do, first episode will be that match and that match. So, you're not going to miss out on anything that happens. So we'll play one game. I will then play all of the other games. Then we'll play another game. I'll summarise everything that I've played. Then we'll play the final game of the episode. Then the next episode, we'll start there and go to there, for example. I'm just using those matches as rough ideas of what we could possibly do. So, in theory, you shouldn't miss anything at all. Now, the squad. The squad is good and bad. There's quite a few very good footballers here. Bilal El Hamzaoui, maybe, is one of our best players. Alex Maraval is also very good. Jeremy Huisman, he is a superb defender. For this level of football, he is superb. He's also versatile. That's a word, Stuart. He's versatile, so he can play as a defensive midfielder, a central midfielder, if we need him. The problem is, though, if we go to our reserves, We've got a huge reserve team. This is just our reserves. Our under-19s isn't so big. There's what, 7 players there? So, but our reserves are massive. We need to trim some of these down. You can see if we sort by potential, we've got a lot of players who have some potential, but not enough potential. We've also got this man who is unavailable for an entire season as far as I'm aware. Finances, as you'd expect, with being this low down, finances aren't great. We've got £500,000 in the bank, absolutely £0 to spend. We've got nearly £1,000 left of our wage budget, which is quite handy. We might need to do that, might need to dip into the older free transfer market. Season preview then, we are expected to finish 14th, which I think is probably reasonable. I'm expecting first season we're going to be mid-table. I'm going with 8th or 9th. If you actually look at the way the league is set up, the top 2 gets promoted, 3rd place will go into a relegation/promotion playoff with, I believe, Sochaux at the moment, 18th place. It's not always going to be Sochaux, it's going to be whoever's in 18th place. But our objective for this season has to be, let's get as close to the playoffs as possible. If we can, automatic promotion. It's not the end of the world if after the first season we are still in the 3rd division, but we need to get out of this division as quick as possible. We are a semi-professional team, which is going to affect our ability to actually attract players to our club. You can see there as well, competition rating, we are 68th in the world. Technically better than the Scottish Championship. I'm surprised by that. We seem very high up. The Scottish Championship I would have thought would be better, but apparently it's not. So maybe, just maybe, we can go north of the border and start taking some players from the Scottish Championship if they're willing to relocate to North France. That is going to do it then for this brief episode. It's probably only going to be about 5 or 6 minutes long. Sorry if you're expecting something a little bit more interesting. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you want to see more, and in particular this save, remember, hit that subscribe button. I'm hoping that we're going to do 1 episode a day, Monday through Friday. Things do happen in real life, though, which means that is not always going to be possible, so please bear with me if that is not the case. But yes, hopefully we will have the first episode up shortly after this one.